I value my independence more than anything. Marie-Louise Girardin valued hers too. She lived two stories in the one life. The first was a tragedy from which she fled. The second, a journey into the unknown. In the early days of the French Revolution, both her infant son and husband died. Later, a lover betrays her and she's forced to flee in shame after giving birth to an illegitimate child. As a woman, she couldn't vote, hold a public office, or have a profession. But possessing boyish looks that defied her age, she could take her chances on a life at sea. So for liberty, fraternity and equality, she travels to the busy port of Brest to seek work under the name of Loui Girardin. There she gains a letter of recommendation to Commander Bruny d'Entrecasteaux. It appears that d'Entrecasteaux knew her secret and gave his approval. As a steward on the recherche, she is exempt from the medical examination and has her own cramped but separate cabin. In September 1791, they embark on a voyage to search, unsuccessfully, for fellow Frenchman La Pérouse. La Pérouse had vanished without a trace 3 years earlier after leaving Botany Bay in 1788. Though a respected commander, d'Entrecasteaux led a ship of discontent. His officers were ardent royalists, the crew fervent revolutionaries, and the scientists aboard just difficult. Battered by storms, d'Entrecasteaux's ships sighted the rugged coastline of Tasmania in April 1792. Throughout the voyage, Loui maintained her male identity. Shortly after the expedition's arrival at Research Bay, she is taunted by one of the ship's pilots, who questions her gender. In the woods on the northeast peninsula, she fights a duel and is wounded on the arm. Loui did not meet the Aborigines in Van Diemen's Land, but she would have heard how inquisitive they were about the sex of the younger beardless Frenchman. D'Entrecasteaux and many of his crew died at sea before reaching the Dutch East Indies. Loui had formed a relationship with the young ensign Maurice, but they were to die within a day of one another. Finally, her true sex revealed. Her life confirms how our thoughts can shape us. I admire her courage to use them to become part of a map.